Hello, this video is about purchasing and supply's contribution to the financial results of a company. As purchasing represents a significant share of the total company's cost, it can contribute dramatically to its financial returns and can decide whether a company is profitable or not. How to measure this contribution will be the subject of this video. Do purchasing and supply professionals affect a company's results? By all means. If buyers are not able to get the right products at the right time delivered, it can lead to empty shelves in a store and to customer dissatisfaction. That's obvious. If components are not delivered to the production line in time, it can lead to delays in the production schedules of a truck or car manufacturer. This is also obvious. What we want to talk about today is how buyers may affect a company's financial results. And therefore we need to have a look at the general cost structure of a company. And take this example where a company has a sales turnover of 100%. It realizes a profit margin of 1.5. It has an added value of 33.5%, and added value means everything that is added, every activity is added to what the company actually buys. So that includes people that are on payroll, that includes the depreciation of the investment goods that you use. That's what we call added value. It's an economic term. And then we see in this example, and I took the average of most industries, that external costs make up about 65% of the total turnover. This is an average. There are some industries and companies that report higher purchasing to sales ratios, like for instance DAF Trucks. DAF Trucks manufactures trucks in Eindhoven, and it has a purchasing to sales turnover ratio of about 78%. ASML, another big company in Holland, which makes wafer steppers, machines that are used to manufacture microchips, reports even higher purchase to sales ratio of 82%. And that's due to the fact that many companies have outsourced so much of their activities. But let's take this average example. We can easily identify from this example and conclude from this example that if you would be able to realize 2% cost savings on external cost, everything that goes to suppliers, called purchasing, that you can improve your sales margin with 86%. But the reverse is also true. If we need to buy at higher prices, 2% higher prices, and are unable to increase our sales prices, it will lead to an eroding margin with 86%. We call that the leverage effect of purchasing. But what we also see here is that if a company has this structure, cost structure, that purchasing not only affects 65% of the cost of a company, but also 65% of its carbon footprint and its innovative capability. Today, we see that the innovative capabilities of suppliers far outweigh the innovative capabilities of the people that are on your payroll. And then the challenge is, of course, how to, benefit from that massive knowledge base that resides with suppliers. But let's stick here to the financial part. So what is the income that a company generates on the shares that shareholders hold in the company? And we call that return on investment. And these financial managers use a very simple scheme which is called the DuPont Analysis to manage that return on investment. And here you see that the return on investment is based on sales margin times turnover ratio. This comes from financial literature. And the sales margin is operating profit divided by sales turnover. And of course, operating profit is the difference between sales turnover and total cost. And total cost I have subdivided here in operating cost and variable cost. Variable cost is everything that goes to suppliers, purchasing cost. And the return on investment is also defined by turnover ratio. And turnover ratio is defined as the sales turnover divided by net working capital. And net working capital is the difference between total assets and what we call interest-free liabilities, including accounts payables and tax provisions. So we see that this company makes, based on these figures, a return on investment of 10%, which for most industrial companies is far too little, given the risk exposure that they have. So what would happen if this company would be able to take off 2% of its variable cost? And that is depicted in the next graph. And here you can see the leverage effect of procurement to this particular organization. Because 2% savings on purchasing will drive down variable cost, will drive down total cost, will increase operating profit, will increase the sales margin, and then it will also increase the return on investment with from 10% to 12.4%. And the leverage effect here is that a 2% reduction on material cost results in a return on investment improvement of 24%. And if you want to know the impact of that, how important that is, think about what a marketing and sales organization should do to achieve that similar increase of return on investment. If you go through the calculations, you will identify yourself that it would equal to 24% sales plus in the next year. So a 2% reduction in purchase prices, purchase cost, equals an increase of sales turnover in 24%. This is the kind of balance that we have. And then the question, of course, certainly in these tight economic circumstances is, what will be easier next year, to increase your sales turnover with 24% or reduce your purchasing cost with 2%? And most managers, financial managers, say, let's do the latter. Or let's do both, that's even better. This is about the purchasing impact on a company's financial results. And it's the second cornerstone of every purchasing policy that you as a purchasing professional or you as a financial manager should sort out what the leverage effect of your company is, of purchasing to your company is, to identify whether it's worthwhile to invest in professionalizing purchasing and supply management. Thank you for your attention.